Do you even have fun when you were cheating and all that?
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
It is.
Hello YouTube, welcome back to another Citizen Tech Talk episode. Guys, I've just recently put up the end of the social experiment for Valorant and computer games in general in relation to changing hackers' minds into moving towards the skill side of gaming instead of the cheating side, but didn't work. I tried really hard. I tried to give these guys a lot of leeway. I knew from the very start that they were cheaters and hackers and overly entitled young children who just needed maybe a little bit of time to kind of come around. Nah. When they're infected in their headspace, they're gone. They're gone for good. You can't get them back. And they are their own worst enemies. So guys, what I'm doing today is I'm actually going to be reacting to an Eggwick video. If you don't know who Eggwick is, he's a YouTuber who is very, very, very into the Valorant scene and talks a lot of big talk and yada yada yada. Doesn't really do much to solve the problem with cheating. I just say, seriously, don't hack and stuff. That's all well and good, but he does nothing to actually actively stop it in the community like myself. So he interviewed a hacker, programmer, coder, and cheater, and yeah, kind of got taken for a bit of a ride. So anyway, guys, without further ado, let's get into the episode. Alrighty guys, so here we go. This is Eggwick interviewing a ex-cheater. I'm going to basically just call out where the cheater is self-promoting, lying, handling Eggwick in a way in which he finds beneficial to himself. No cheater, hacker, code writer is going to just freely give this information around without some self-promotion, at the very least, and misinformation in relation to what really goes on in the cheating world, how much money these guys are actually earning. I think one thing the guy does cover is loosely around the costings, but we'll actually get to that shortly later on the video, because I'm actually going to show you the screenshot of my manual report to write, my account, or one of my recipients there, not my specific account manager, but yeah, somebody that was filling in for him on the day, wasn't at work as his day off kind of thing. We all deserve that, right? The response I got was obviously overwhelming and very appreciative, but to show you, this is the holy grail of all hacker websites. All other hacker websites are secondary or superfluous to this one, as they are all feeding off the back end of this website for the actual hackers that are creating the actual hacks themselves from the actual center of the dark web group of hackers that are writing the code for these cheats. This is the site that all other sites get their cheats from. Yeah, so all these other sites don't actually have their own code writers. They might have different code names for the coder and stuff like that. It's all bull. They are reselling the code, these cheats under their own names as coders, and then reselling them onto you. They're just middlemen, and they're getting their own cut in the process, obviously, of what they paid for those cheats for the week ahead of time or the day ahead of time. It's like going to the fish market in the morning, get the best fish, early bird gets the worm, all those acronyms. It's the same thing. These cheats are written by a core group of hackers, dark web hackers, who I have found, who Riot now knows of, and well, there's the rest of the story. This guy that will be speaking, we don't get to see his name, but he's certainly not the age he says he is. Put it that way. Anyway, without further ado, let's go.
Hello YouTube! So today we are interviewing an ex-cheater in Valorant to get his perspective on this whole cheating thing. Before anything, I just want to say that I did get permission. I asked GamerDoc, we want to do this the right way. We don't want to promote cheating. I don't encourage cheating. Please don't cheat, it ruins.
Also, we're going to be discussing GamerDoc in a later video.
games, it ruins people's experienses. This is merely for educational purposes, right? If you guys want to see this stuff live, come on over to twitch.tv/Eggwick. And if you do enjoy the content, please consider subscribing to the YouTube channel. So first and foremost, I did ask GamerDoc. He's one of the guys on the anti-cheat team for Valorant. And I asked him what I need to show before actually interviewing a cheater. So we want to look at this tweet by RiotK30. And he says, there's been an increasing amount of cheaters in Valorant who try to hack high-level accounts and rage hack before they automatically get banned to try to amplify a detected cheat or social media account. Okay, first things first, this whole thing, it's not a whole point why people hack these accounts is mainly for clout and mainly to boost these accounts. So I'm just giving a heads up that these cheats have already been detected and these cheats will almost 100% get you banned. It's just that the way the cheating, how do I say this, the way the cheating web works is that a lot of them have multi-level marketing pyramid schemes for cheats. So they earn money by tricking you to buy, and after you fold to their lies, the cheats they use in your mat are not detected, but they use a small time window to advertise the cheat before they get banned. Basically, that's what's happening. So a lot of them are playing in high elo games or playing against streamers to promote this cheat so that people will buy it when in fact they get you banned. And either way, you shouldn't be cheating in the first place.
Red flag number 1 from GamerDoc himself. That's bullshit. Hackers do not advertise their hacks in any level of ranked in Valorant at all anywhere. This is misdirection. If you don't know what misdirection is like a magician. They'll show you this hand and then they'll, with the other hand, slide away the card, the dice, the cloth, whatever it is. This is not correct information from this GamerDoc senior analyst at Riot. So I want to add these communities like MLM pyramid schemes, but for cheats. So that's if you download this app, play 20 minutes of it, you know, you'll get the link to the website to get the cheats, blah, blah, blah. Or directed to another one, which will take you to another one. Eventually you get the cheats, right? No one who is a cheater is going to spend the time doing that. So that's a lie from this Riot vigilante hunter of hackers who works at Riot already. They do earn money by tricking you to buy after you fold to their lies. That makes no sense. The cheats they use in matches are not UD, US dollars. They use a small time window to advertise their cheat before they get DT and VGK. Whatever acronyms they're using. That's absolute bullshit. Right? Yes, they use cryptocurrency, obviously, to get people to buy these hacks, but they don't go to these extremes. In this, you know, check out one website, download a game, play it for 20 minutes, you know, the mobile garbage, right? To get access or a link and stuff. That's bullshit. And I'm going to prove it's bullshit once we bring up the actual website that's behind all of this. And I've got my very severe suspicions about GamerDoc and his real purpose at working at Riot. Coming up in the video.
Now, just a PSA before we start the interview. Please enable your two-factor authentication or your authentication just so your account doesn't get hacked. We don't want anyone's account getting hacked or anything like that. And the most effective thing you can do, even more than reporting, is have a protected account. Just a heads up. Protect yourself, everyone. Use protection. All that good stuff. Anyway, so today we have a cheater who actually reached out to me over Discord, right? Let me show you what he said. This is what he said, chat. Hi. About the last egg vid, I used to cheat in Valorant and still pretty up to date when it comes to cheats and how they work. I thought it might be interesting for Eggwick to learn a bit more about this kind of stuff and what Vanguard is actually doing. So again, mainly for educational purposes, we want to see the rationale, the reasons why this guy cheats, why do cheaters do it, how this whole thing operates, and why you shouldn't actually cheat. All right, so I'm gonna hop into a call with this dude. Okay, hello, Mr. How do I say your name? So first things first, we have a bunch of questions for you, right? Number one, first, can you like introduce yourself? What's your background on cheating and all that stuff?
Okay, yeah, I'm from Germany. I'm 16 years old.
Wait, you're 16?
Yeah, I'm 16.
First lie.
Really just started cheating because I was bored of the game.
Okay. And you were bored of Fortnite, right? That's where you started your cheating
Yeah.
journey. And how many games
Yeah.
have you cheated in since Fortnite? Or when was the first time you cheated? Was that like 4 years ago? When was Fortnite like at its peak anyway?
I started cheating like 3 years ago, and Fortnite was released in 2018.
So when you were 13, you started cheating?
Yeah.
Damn, that's a while. Okay, so the main motivation behind cheating was because you were bored?
Yeah, basically.
I see.
If you cheat for win,
No, there's another lie. So this guy is a master manipulator. From what I can tell, maybe a psychopath or a sociopath, like all the hackers we deal with in Valorant. He didn't do it because he was bored. Eggwick asked a leading question there. Of course he's just going to say, yeah, whatever, like, okay. He did it because he was crap at the game. That's why most people cheat, because they're not good. And they want to get good quick. They either get rich quick scheme, get good quick scheme. And how do you do that? Hacks. Aimbot, wall hacks, whatever. Right? So Eggwick asked a leading question there without asking a question. He told him what to say and I told him how to answer. Big screw up there from Eggwick, and this is something he's going to learn as a YouTuber as well. Open and close questions. And do not ever ask a leading question of anybody you're interviewing on the internet. They will answer how you tell them to in that respect. And it's the easy way out. You want to put this guy under pressure. You want to get to the crux of it, really push this guy in a nice way, but don't ask leading questions. Ask open questions. Get him to start telling you what he doesn't want to tell you without him realizing by asking him in a certain way. You guys know I'm really qualified in doing all that, so.
wins, you're really just a loser.
Okay, so the next question probably is, have you ever gotten banned cheating? What's the cheating experience like?
It's not as fun as people think because you get banned after like at least 1 day.
Right, and that's in Fortnite or is that in Valorant?
Basically every game.
Wait, so you're paying how much for these cheats only to get banned in 1 day?
The average price for cheats is I think like $15 per day.
Mm-hmm.
You can use them for a few hours and then you most of the times get banned.
Yeah, but how does that actually work in Valorant? Because they hardware ban you, right? So if you cheat once, doesn't that mean that you're already your computer is already detected and you can't cheat anymore?
Yeah, that's basically the case, but there's software out there you can buy too that changes your hardware serials. So you can basically cheat again on the same PC.
Okay.
And it cost you $500. One use. One use.
Okay, well, yeah, because I always thought that Valorant had like a very invasive anti-cheat or something that goes into the kernel. Or I'm not too familiar. Like, how does that all work? So you have to use the software, and then when you get banned, you can cheat again because it's like a VPN or something?
You have to use a VPN, but as I said, there's like software that changes your mainboard and CPU and things like that, like your serial numbers.
Mm-hmm.
So you're basically just unbanned permanently.
Just so you understand, that guy's lying through his teeth, just lying, spewing out lies. The software costs $500. It is a one use. You have to use one of the most powerful VPNs in the world, whichever one that may be at the time. You also have to go through a bunch of port forward settings in your router to then tie in with the VPN, to then even have a hope of this Vanguard anti-cheat. It's not anti-cheat, it's something else. We'll go into that in a different video, the next video I do. This is very concerning at this stage. This guy is going off, realizing Eggwick has no interviewing skills. He's asked him a leading question so far, which has opened up for a massive, massive snowball attack from this hacker. He's already started self-promoting. That software, yes, it will work. It costs $500 from the dark web. It's not legally obtainable any other way. So you got to go down there to start with. Good luck. Then you obtain this software if it's, someone not trolling you or scamming you, which is a 98% chance. Then you've got to run it. You've got to do your port forward settings in your router. You've got to tie that in with your VPN. You've got to make sure that VPN is completely anonymous, which hardly any VPN is. You'll see a lot of VPNs do send usage data, tracking data, and things like that to the authorities if you've broken the law, and that's it. Like, you. The subpoena is a subpoena. The VPN companies still have to provide information on you, whether you like it or not. So we're talking about buying $500 worth of highly illegal software to change your serial numbers once. It doesn't permanently do it. There'll be a Windows update in another 3 or 6 months, and boom. All the money you've spent, all the hassle you've gone through, it'll wipe that, reset your serial numbers. Okay? It's unavoidable. This guy is lying to Eggwick straight to the internet that it's forever. It's not forever. 1, 2, cost. 3, this guy is just wrapping Eggwick around his little finger at this stage. He's quietly, and you can hear it in his voice, is that little bit of a narcissistic giggle in his voice. It's that kind of grin while you talk kind of thing, like when you're talking like this, yeah. And you're talking to someone, they're smiling. See, they sound different to this. Right, when I'm talking like this, so I'm talking like this, see? And I'm not changing my pitch of tone, it's the way my face is. These are audio cues. Now, if he was in front of you, you'd be able to see the narcissistic look on his face, the smirk, the misdirection with his body language and things like that. This is all audio. And this is where people like myself who have advanced skills can pick up on this stuff like that.
Because the game thinks you're on your PC.
I see. How is Valorant's cheat compared to other games? Like, how is the anti-cheat compared to Fortnite? Or actually, have you cheated in like Apex? Because I know Apex had a lot of cheaters in the past too.
Yeah, I used to cheat in Apex. They banned hardware too, and Fortnite does too.
Huh, okay. How is that compared to Valorant? Because, Valorant made waves early on for being very invasive. And I'm assuming that Valorant's anti-cheat is a lot stronger compared to the others?
Yeah, it is. It's way stronger.
Okay.
It's also banning like it bans your BIOS, it bans CPU, graphics card, all that shit.
Wow. And so you said that cheats actually sell for around like $15, right? Is that the most cheap? Is that the cheapest cheat you can buy? I've heard that they can go for around like $500 too, or even more.
Yeah, the cheats that were shown in the video you made, those cost I think $100 a week.
A week? Wait, why is...
See how Eggwick said the $500 thing? He's confusing the audience with what I just said. The $500 is for the spoofing software, right? To change your serial numbers, blah, blah, blah. Cheats never go for $500 because no one will pay that. If it's a $500 subscription, it's called a lifetime subscription, and it's for the lifetime that hacker is up doing cheats. There are so many videos out there explaining all of that in great detail. These are whales. These are people that literally don't know how to turn a computer on, who will get someone to pay, hand their credit card out, and they'll go get somebody to set it up for them and they just play. Right? Super richies who have zero time for gaming but want to. There are about 1.1% of hackers that are out there at the moment, so nothing to worry about. And they're always adults, senior adults, older than me.
Is it like a subscription service? How does that work? Why is it like a week?
No, if you pay, for example, 1 day, you get a key for the cheat, and this cheat just expires after 1 day, so you can't cheat again.
I see. Okay. And you said the ban rate is after a day, right? So everyone has to use that software where they change their hardware ID or something, and then they just keep cheating on different accounts?
Yeah.
I see. And would you know how long it actually takes to create a cheat, basically that?
You have to have a lot of experience in coding. It takes like 2 years to learn this, and the coding itself also takes, I don't know, like a month or so.
Wait, so you took 2 years to learn how to code cheats, and you were 13 when you started cheating. You learned when you were like 11?
I started learning coding itself when I was 10, 11, something like that, yeah.
I see. So, because I talked to game...
To learn how to code, you have to be 16 years or older, because by the time you finish your qualification, your training program, you have to be 18 years of age to be able to get the qualification. If he obviously has been creeping around a lot of dodgy Discord servers when he was young. Don't forget, Discord was very new back when he was young. I know that sounds terrible, but time flies. He's not 16, he's about 18 or 19, by the way. So yeah, when he was 11, either he has literally no friends and no life outside of his house, or he's just lying. I'd say he just finished his course, 3-year course. It was a 3-year course, depending if you do it full-time, part-time, at college or TAFE, whatever, like we have here in Australia, or a technical college overseas. You have to be entry-level age 16 to begin the course by law, worldwide, and 18 before you can actually receive the qualification, as it is obviously a qualification in coding, C++, software and hex algorithmic coding. It is the core coding for Windows. So you have to be registered as a qualified participant and owner of a qualification, usually a certificate 4, to do low-level programming like this. You have to, I'm a college teacher, come on, I know this stuff off by heart. You have to be 18 years of age or older. These qualifications don't just get handed out willy-nilly. If you've got a qualification, you have a legal requirement to abide by it. If you get caught, using that qualification for nefarious acts, you go to jail. All right, so his real name is recorded in an education facility and uploaded to the internet with his qualification number, right? So his certificate number. If he gets caught, tracking him down is going to be easy too, because they go from the pool of people that have just got qualified in the last few years, blah, 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 blah. It's quite a lot. It's a stupid amount. But the numbers whittle down very quickly and they get them very easily. I showed you the BBC video. Come on, guys. It was pretty obvious that guy was going to get caught, and he did. He got 37 years in jail for a couple of $100,000 worth of profits, and take-home profit was like 16 grand or something, 19 grand. 37 years in jail. Same thing. Got qualified, blah, blah, blah. Started young, blah, blah, blah. Got qualified, blah, blah, blah. Didn't try to get work in IT, blah, blah, blah. Couldn't. Started writing hacks. This guy's no difference. No different at all. The only thing is this guy is just bullshitting a lot of the way through this. Yeah, we'll move forward.
Doc too, and he's like a big anti-cheat person, right, at Riot. He's saying a lot of cheats are like pyramid schemes, and that a lot of people hop in, show off a cheat, and then just dip after taking your money, like they scam people. Well, technically, yeah. Like, what's your experience regarding that?
Yeah, almost like 90% of the cheat providers are scam.
Really?
Either they just send you a detected cheat, so you get banned instantly,
Uh-huh.
or they just exit scam, just ban you from the server once you pay it, or something like that.
Uh-huh. But what's recently going on is
Bullshit. Absolute lies. See, this is the part of when I first watched this video. This is the part that just made me almost throw the remote at the TV. Yeah. And really got me very angry. That was just a barefaced lie. Guys, if 98% of the cheap providers are trolls and are running with your money, how's that possible? Because everyone in Valorant is cheating right now. In my next video, you're going to see what happened today in today's stream. Hence why I'm recording a YouTube video right now instead of playing Valorant tonight. Because, Jesus Christ, wait till you see what my first match, by the way, I did warm-up deathmatch. I do every other day, as you know. If you don't know, I do stream on Twitch between Tuesday and Saturday, starting about 5 to 6 p.m. and going for 8 hours, playing Valorant and other games. And in Valorant, I have the persona, aka the Hacker Hunter, and recently I got very, very, very serious about taking down every one of these cheating scumbag kids who steal their mum's credit card, etc. So, and yes, that is exactly what's happening. Sad but true. And you'll see it happened tonight. Yeah, we've got to stop it. But this guy is a blatant barefaced liar. Not 98% of cheap providers are fake. That 98% are actually legit. Well, legit. Because they want your money and they want to keep your business. This is a business opportunity worth trillions of dollars. Like, if the word zillion, right, whatever comes up to trillion, what is it? Quadrillion, right? This hacking industry is worth way more than Apple, way more than IBM, way more than Microsoft, way more than any government in the world. I don't think anybody truly understands how serious this is. This is not a couple of dollars here and there, guys. This is the richest business venture on the face of the planet as we speak, and children, right, anywhere from the age of 7 to 20 are feeding it. No adults, not people like me, not anyone about 25 and over, no. It's kids. These sick psychopaths and sociopaths are feeding off children, stealing their parents' credit cards to pay for these things on these proper, scary websites that are directly connected to the dark web. You know, all of those things that go on there. I'm not going to discuss that on YouTube, right? And these are kids stealing details of their parents' credit cards. You know, the amount of stolen credit card numbers that are out there, guys, is absolutely horrific. And it's because of kids stealing their parents' credit cards and paying for cheats in a big way. Not all, but in a big way. They add a huge amount to that list of card numbers that gets circulated through the dark web on a daily basis. Today's kids really need a reality check and an education, and that's what my next video is going to be all about, guys.
Actually like a lot of rage hacking, right? Like people hack into accounts just to cheat on them, just to boost a specific cheat. Like, do you have any experience with that?
Yeah, these people buy the accounts for like €1.
€1?
Some people crack like these big accounts. Like they crack 1,000 accounts in 1 second with tools, and then they just sell them.
Wow. Wait, so this is actually crazy. Wait, just give me 1 sec. Like,
right, remember how I was telling you about the leveling accounts, and I've caught it on stream? That's what I mean. These guys make all these accounts, 1,000 accounts, and they run bots. Yeah? And the bots play like people. They don't talk. They don't respond. But their character will behave like a person, do the dippy dip and the jumpy jumps and all the silly stuff when you speak to it. So that's what I mean. These guys are proper criminals. They go to extreme lengths to have a bot pretend to act like a real person, just can't talk back, obviously. So a lot of the times when you type in something to a bot, it'll respond kind of okay, like, you know, that makes kind of sense, right? And other bots are just fluent in English, which is frightening, but they never get on microphone. A lot of them, not saying all, some people just don't have microphones, etc., but a lot of them are bots. You're talking to a software program that is playing like a god, and you report it, right? That's just one account that gets lost out of 1,000 that's running bots. It's starting to sink in yet how problematic this is.
I'm actually like really surprised because a lot of people that I've talked to, or a lot of people that have reached out to me, say that, oh, I can provide you info on cheating and lots of new info. But if you're saying that 90% of the cheats get banned, isn't that just a very bad look for all these cheaters promoting cheats?
Yeah, it takes really long time to find cheat providers that are really legit. And even if you find legit providers, the cheats are still probably bad.
Right.
Another serious load of crap from that hacker. Sorry. Ex-hacker.
And that's because of Vanguard, or is it just across the board altogether?
Yeah, that's mostly because of Vanguard, because they really detect cheats really quick. And GamerDog is actually joining these cheating servers, buying the cheats and detecting the loader.
Wait, so would you say that what's the longest time that someone has gone like undetected with their cheats?
I don't know, it contains on the cheat how good the cheat is, but there's people cheating like 1 year straight.
Wait, 1 year straight? And
really rare.
That's on like the $15 cheat?
Nah, you have to code your own cheat for it to be that undetected. The cheats you can buy are mostly banning you within max 1 week.
Right. And usually, would you know what type?
I think we're all very aware at this stage from my side of the fence, that's a load of bullshit. These kids pay their $15, or their $50, or their $80, or their $100 exclusive shoot through walls from one side of the map to the other hacks, which we've all seen, each week. Or they're on a recurring payment each month. Yeah, so that's $80 a week times 4. It's a lot of money, right? Why aren't mum and dad looking at their credit card bills? Because they're too busy. They're working 4 jobs, hardly at home for the kids. Kids look after themselves. frozen pizza out of the freezer, you know. Mum and dad are working day and night. And these kids are taking full advantage of their parents. Stolen the credit card while they're sleeping, obviously. Got the numbers and wrote them down. That's how easy it is to get credit card details from your parents. And these kids are slyly doing this, or they've just set it up and forgotten about it, and they've got perma cheats. And when I go to this other video, I'll explain how that works. Everything you're hearing here is bullshit. I promise you, I've got evidence to prove it. And so does Ryan now, thanks to me.
What type of people are buying the cheat? Like, are they little kids who want to like just rank up, or is there like a specific demographic?
It's mostly like 12-year-olds hard stuck in plat that buy the cheats.
Okay.
Sometimes it's content creators, but that's also
content
pretty rare.
creators? That's kind of crazy actually, now that I think about it. But let's say, how much of the percentage?
Did you hear Eggwick kind of went a bit wobbly voice then? Like, yeah, that's what I do. Guys, a mass majority of content creators on Twitch use hacks. It happened in the Warzone community. It's happened in the Apex community. All the big streamers, all the big YouTubers, all the big esports pros, all use cheats. All use cheats. None of them, especially if you've got 100,000 followers on Twitch, there's no way you can play a pro game every day of the week. I can't. Some days I'm popping off, other days dog shit. Because that's how life works. Right? We're not robots, we're human beings. Shit happens. Stuff goes wrong. You have good days, bad days. That's just life. And these guys have to keep up a persona of elite, professional, speed running from iron to immortal in a week or in one video. Guys, fucking seriously, if you believe these guys are that good, you have to get your head read, because they're not. They are using full suite $100+ hacks. They are toggling them on and off with just a simple macro key on their keyboard, maybe the R button, the F button, the V button, the Z button, yeah? Not the Z button, obviously, because that locates the weapon. But one key. They're on a very simple macro. And no, I'm not going to teach anybody how to write macros, so you get any ideas, right? But yeah, and they just tap the button. Hacks on, tap the button, hacks off. Tap the button, hacks off. So it's like clicking the box, the little tick in the box, on and off, on and off, on and off, while it's running in the background. Any streamer says to you, oh, check out my task manager, check out my active the services tab, yeah, check out this, check out that. These things 100% of the time always install as a device. A USB controller, a printer, which is obviously the most obvious ones, a game controller, a joystick, a mouse, a print server, an additional keyboard input. The list goes on and on and on. And you can change the ID descriptor in the actual the software settings box in Windows anyway. I could turn my mouse into a monitor in seconds, right? So it installs as a hardware device because it is technically acting and emulating hardware movements, your keyboard and your mouse inputs, and overriding them and taking control thanks to the software algorithm that's obviously circumventing the actual game itself. It gets really complicated if you want a proper full explanation. God forbid you do. It'll take you about 3 hours in a video to go through all of the technical aspects of it and show you the industry paperwork and how it all works and the science behind it. It is complicated and it is time consuming to put together. It is arduous work. And for the returns some of these guys are getting, it makes no sense to me. But psychopaths and sociopaths have their own set agenda, and a lot of the time to their own detriment as well. But who am I to, judge a nut job, right? Wouldn't want to. All right, So let's continue.
Of the people buying are like young kids who don't know better.
I don't know, like 80%.
80%.
It's
Okay.
mostly like 12-year-old kids that can't win a single game in ranked, so they buy cheats, basically.
And so that's what they resort to.
Yeah.
I see. Do you have like any other insider?
Just quickly, he lied about the ranking system and the cheating. Iron, bronze, silver, gold, and plat. That's where you're going to have all of your cheaters. When you get above that, they kind of get themselves level capped because the software is only so good, right? I've proved that in many a match.
Information, because this is kind of wild now that I think about it. Like, let me ask chat what they think and what, like, any other questions they have, because I'm just really shocked that most of the market is like kids. Like, I knew that kids were impressionable, and I knew that kids like are not very good at like researching and all that stuff, but I didn't know it was that big of a demographic. I thought that probably be like 50-50 or something, where you have like adults purchasing these cheats to, I don't know.
That's rare. That's really rare. It's mostly kids.
And how do these kids find the Discord server? Is it just through Google, or is it like word of mouth?
It's basically you join one server and you see someone promote a cheat, then you join that server and they promote a cheat and join that server. So,
I see.
yes, this websites, but that's also pretty rare.
Gotcha. What are color bots, by the way? Someone in my chat is asking. And do you know anything about them?
That's a cheat that's pretty undetected. So, for example, when the enemy outline color is yellow, for example, the cheat is basically just searching for that color on the screen, and once it finds the color yellow, it just locks on the enemy, you know?
I see. Is it similar to the cheat that... I don't know if this is a cheat, actually, but I know it's like a software that changes the crosshair color. I'm actually not too familiar about that. But what do you think?
You mean the where you can change like the shape and color and shit?
Yeah, and you can like change...
Now, this is where things get very convoluted very quickly. Go into your settings in your game. Go to crosshair. What the fuck are they talking about? This is the misdirection I'm talking about. Third time in this conversation between the two of them, where misdirection. Now, Eggwick is doing something to cover up for all the information that was just spoken about, knowing that most of it was bullshit. At this stage, I think he's gone, ding, light bulb just went on. Now he's asking about superfluous crap that nobody cares about to make people forget that really important bit of information just prior to that. And that was that a mass majority are kids. Who follows Eggwick? The mass majority? Kids. 96% of his channel is followed by little kids. Case rested. He's trying to get kids stop thinking and ask something really stupid about crosshairs. When the kids are going to go, oh, you're a dickhead, Eggwick. You go to the community, and they've totally forgotten about hearing about the cheating. Come on, dude. He's very disingenuous, this guy, and you know he's good entertainment, totally great entertainment, but that's it. Nothing of what he does is a very deep consequence or context.
The skin too, right?
I don't really know about that.
He's only about 17,
I see.
18.
What would you say is the most widespread cheat right now in Valorant?
I would say C1. Someone in your chat just typed C1 somewhere. But yeah, that's one of the few cheats that are actually legit, but it's also a rage cheat.
I see. Why do you think cheats are like... Are cheats hard to code, by the way, or are they just easy to code and they just get detected right away? Like, how does that...
He already asked that question earlier on. See, now he's just going all over the place just to literally take you on a wild goose chase. Literally around the garden path and forget everything you heard about earlier in the video. This is further misdirection and dishonest in my opinion, because he's not bringing this to a head and going, hey guys, this is pretty serious. He's just totally gone off the track into La La Land, right? It takes a month, he said. 2 years, when it's 3, 2.5 to 3. And it takes a month to code the hacks. Why would you ask again? Because he has the memory of a goldfish, or he's intentionally doing this? And I will go with the second part, intentionally doing this, to direct people away from thinking, and all the little kids who watch his channel. And he probably knows by this stage, look, we're halfway into the video, kids have already flicked off. Are kind of looking around the room while the tablet's in their hand, or talking to their brother or sister or whatever.
It's pretty hard to bypass Vanguard.
So he's
it's
trying
really
to
hard.
also at the same time
is
bring
it
them back to the
usually,
video.
what do you call it? Like you said it was 1 month, right? Does that scale with how good the cheat is? Like for example, you're doing a 6 months work on a cheat. Does it usually mean that the cheat goes undetected for longer? Or yeah, because I'm super inexperienced with this, right? I'm just trying to understand the amount of time that goes into working on a cheat. And
Okay, and this is difference between tech people like myself and kid YouTubers who have little kids follow them. And this is the problem. If I was to interview this guy that he's interviewing, right, I would already have set questions. I would also be really drilling down on the truth. I wouldn't let this guy escape for a second. And I'd pull him back if he tried to go off tangent. Eggwick is intimidated by this guy. Where me, it's just a colleague on the other side of the fence. But no one for me to be concerned with. Yeah? And that's the difference. He's intimidated. And he is overwhelmed with the information he's received. He's actually shocked and in awe, I think, at this stage of the video. And he doesn't know where to go from here. He's and it's 10 minutes in. Look, honestly, most YouTubers have no idea what they're talking about, guys. Yes, they might be good entertainment. Have a little purple chicken with red eyes. Demonic little purple chicken with red eyes on the screen. But he's a kid himself. He has done no research to prepare himself for this kind of caliber of dude to talk to. This guy is just going, he's flexing, he's self-promoting, he's saying, look at all the things I know. And he was expecting his name to be showing in the video. He didn't get that because he's this guy's editor. Eggwick has an editor? Shit, I do all my own editing and, I don't use Adobe Premiere because why? So you can do stupid little graphics and stuff on the screen and pay $199 a month? No thanks for the full package, the business package. No thanks. I'll just keep using DaVinci and still put out pretty damn good content. He is in over his head at this stage, doesn't know where to take this video, and watch what happens.
And how do people profit off of it and all that stuff?
Yeah, these people mostly paste GitHub, like software. Just paste it, make it a little bit more undetected, like change the drivers and things like that, and then resell them.
I see. And what do you think about cheats that are on like a separate computer? Because someone mentioned that too, and how that was not detectable, right?
Those are Arduino cheats, like these mini computers for like 20 euros on Amazon. That's pretty undetected because it's a separate PC.
I see.
But also bannable, yeah.
I see. And okay, here's another question. Do trigger bots get detected usually, or does it have to be a manual report?
It gets detected because it also has drivers. And if these drivers get detected, you're just getting banned. But yeah, also a lot of the bans are manual bans, so by step.
I see. And that's because streamers and content creators are...
And he actually told the truth there. Yes. The mass majority of people getting kicked out of Valorant permanently are reported manually. The 98% rate of ban is due to manual reporting. Not Riot Vanguard, which isn't really even an anti-cheat anymore. And there's reasons for that, which I'll go into in the next video, which will be a bit scary. Yeah, guys, look, it kind of gets a bit boring from here in, but we'll play a little bit more.
Reporting them, or is it because they just report and check it, like anyone can do it?
Yeah, anyone, basically.
I see. This is an interesting question. Have you ever encountered another cheater in a game, and have you gotten cheat diff?
I really don't remember, but I think I met cheaters like 1 or 2 times. That's pretty rare.
I see. Yeah, because I remember in Apex, like
massive lie there.
Back in the day, there'd be multiple cheaters in one lobby, and it's just who had the better cheat. And it was like they're speed hacking, and they're aimbotting, and wall hacking, and everything, especially like Season 0. Not sure if that's still a thing right now, because I haven't played Apex. But would you say you're most knowledgeable in Valorant cheats, or what's your like expertise in terms of cheating?
Yeah, I would say Valorant. I cheated the most in Valorant, I would say.
I see. And is Valorant the most in-demand cheat because it's the most popular right now?
Nah, I wouldn't really say that.
Really? Wait, so what's the most popular like game to cheat on?
CSGO or actually Apex, I think.
CSGO and Apex. Wait, that's crazy. So CSGO still gets a ton of cheaters? Even till now?
And that's why this is in August, this video. And that's why the ban wave just happened. Not because of Eggwick, because it's rampant in CSGO. And I'm sure you already knew that. They're all here now in Valorant, in our community. And they are toxic, psychotic, attitude to the wazoo, and extremely dangerous. Not all of them, but a good chunk of them are hackers, not cheaters, hackers, and or connected to people in the dark web. CSGO is like the mafia of gaming, right? The worst of the worst of the worst of the worst in gaming are in CSGO. It's like with Rust. Rust just had a massive ban wave, and we've had a few Rusters come in here, and wow. Super aggressive, super bullies, super psychos, super toxic. Oh my God. Not very smart though. And I dispatched those 4 gentlemen very quickly with a one-liner in relation to their career choices in the building industry. And they shut up pretty quick and got really upset and then started getting really hateful. So I just muted them, which made them absolutely go raging. And body blocking and throwing acid pools, all that crap. Because I hit him right where it hurts with using one sentence. See, these toxic people aren't usually bright. The ones that don't talk are the ones you've got to watch out for. The ones that are cheating are the most dangerous, because they're more of a danger to themselves than they are to you, which means they're willing to go to any extent to do what they want to do to get what they want to get done. And they're going to turn all their cheats on to beat you, right? Or save it to the last 2 rounds, the usual garbage, and win the game that way. But they're losing because they still get reported and permabanned, right? Not smart.
With like Prime and everything?
With Prime in basically every match you have at least 2 cheaters.
No way. That's that bad.
It's really bad.
I see. What about R6, like Siege and everything?
Yeah, there's also a lot of cheats there, but I didn't really play that much Siege.
I see.
But I know there's like people shooting through walls and glitching through walls and things like that. It's weird.
Do you know anything about the YouTube ads or the TikTok or YouTube shorts that promote the cheats? Do you know how reliable, or do you have any info on that?
The people creating these videos are getting paid by the cheat providers.
And they get a cut or something? Like, how does that work?
If you promote the cheat, you're either getting like a discount or like a 1-day key for the cheat. That's why people create media for it.
I see. So is it based on how many views they get, or what? Like, is it just like one day per one vid, or how does it work?
Yeah, like that.
I see. Here's another question. Do you know what ranks cheaters are usually in?
These cheaters, if they buy accounts, it's mostly like diamond or mortal accounts. Because they want to cheat in high elo, maybe meet some...
And that is a massive lie. A massive lie. Most of the cheaters will be using low-level accounts or an alt account or what you guys call a Smurf account. No, it's just a bot account. And they will start at Platinum and fall down the ranks extremely quickly back to where they belong, Iron. And they spend all this money, so they spend more money on different hacks, because the hacks that they bought the account with clearly don't work, right? That's the reasoning of the cheater's mind. So they go get more hacks, spending more money to then get back up, but then they find that they're absolutely dog shit at everything in life, and they can't win at life. So they get super toxic and run around the very low levels, anywhere from realistically bronze to gold. And that's the problem. That's where a mass majority of your cheaters are. Yes, there are cheaters in a mortal level. I've already shown you guys a video of that in the social experiment video. But the mass majority, right, the over 80% of cheaters are in bronze to gold and some platinum. Some, right? Facts. Not what these idiots are saying, because they are just blatantly lying straight to your face to make you feel that, oh, it's okay, I can at least get up to that level in ranked. Self-promoting. Because you know what they're doing? Protecting their market. Think about it. They don't want to call out their main customers, right? Self-promotion, once again. Talk about the higher levels instead of the levels that are actually buying the cheats every day. Once again, misdirection. Leave pretty much, for the 80% of it, the opposite of what this guy tells you, and you're getting at the truth.
Streamers, something like that.
I see. But do you get like a lot of low elo accounts who want to cheat their way up to like diamond or plat from silver, bronze, or anything like that?
That's pretty rare.
I see. So
Massive
all of the
lie.
claims
See?
that there are cheaters
See?
in like silver and bronze.
He just, boom, Eggwick actually asked the question. The guy, did you hear his reservedness? Oh, that's pretty rare. So what I mean, it's very subtle social audio cues and verbal cues and the pitch and tone and the treble of his voice. He was shitting, like, oh shit, oh no, that's pretty rare, right? That's his core bloody business base.
Are not really a thing.
Customers,
It's happening, but it's really rare.
Like random question, but
Oh,
have you
see,
stopped cheating?
See
Yeah,
how he
I'm
tried to
playing the cheat at the
re-justify it
moment.
again?
Okay, and
No,
what
it's
was the
really
reason
rare.
for you to
No,
stop
it's-
cheating?
I'm tired of always changing my PC serials and getting banned over and over.
Liar.
And I'm not too bad
Liar.
without cheats. I was Diamond
Liar.
2, I think, without
Hands
cheats.
on
I see. Did you
fire.
even have fun when you were cheating and all that?
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
It is. And wait, where does the fun come from? Like,
It is because Eggwick knows. I told you, and it's not fun. It's not fun. If you have the IQ of Forrest Gump, it's fun. If you do it because you're relying on the cheats, which is over 85% of cheaters who are cheating, whether you like to admit it or not, it's a bit of a hit on your ego, I know. And yes, if you were to stop using your cheats today, it'd take about 6 months to get good. I know. But you know what? One thing else I know is if you didn't use those cheats in the first place, you'd be better than you would be in 6 months from now by stopping today. Already. A lot better. That's the difference, guys. You're digging your own hole. It's your own fault. So, yeah, this is where things get convoluted and the sleight of hand. We'll finish it off because, you know, there's not really much else to discuss. All the core conversation's over in the first 10 minutes, but, you know, let's hear the rest, yeah?
I just want to understand. Like, is it that you're making enemies mad or stuff like that?
Yeah, that's one part of it, but also just it's fun seeing people through walls and just hitting every shot headshot, things like that.
I see. Is that a common thing within the
Sociopath,
cheating
sorry.
community, or is it just that people cheat
Sick
one
fix
time and then they see
from
that
hurting other
it's
people,
a lot of fun and they
disadvantaging
keep
other
cheating,
people.
or is it more like, oh, I'll cheat one time, hit the rank I want, and then stop cheating? So what's the most common behavior, I guess?
I would
That's a
say
good
that
question.
people are cheating again because you can't even reach your dream rank because you get banned before you even reach, I don't know, diamond or things like that.
Yeah, so they're making another
That's another
account,
lie.
right? Because the
Massive
account
lie.
gets So the main account is never reaching the main rank, I guess.
Probably not.
I see. Here's another question. Is it easy to unban yourself on Valorant?
If you get banned, your account is banned permanently,
Mm-hmm.
and the hardware is banned for 4 months. So if you wait 4 months,
Wait, only
then you
4
can
months?
basically play again.
That's another lie. That's another lie. You got 8 months, and then you can put in an appeal. Not that appeals really ever go through. Rare occasion they do, especially if it's a stolen account. It'll be considered within that 4 months to 6 months. But 8 months is the minimum. And if you've got a really good reason or you've got evidence, even like a written affidavit from the person that borrowed your mate that borrowed your account and use it on their computer and it shows their hardware ID and all that type of jazz, you know, very rarely will you get your account back. In the case of what we're talking about here, when you get hardware banned, you're gone. There's no 4 to 6 weeks crap. It's just lies, further lies to give more emphasis on, but it's okay if you keep cheating. You know, it's only a few weeks. You'll be right. Just set up another old account and buy some cheats on that. This guy is self-promoting still. This whole video. And Eggwick's just going along with it, which really, like, he's not very credible to start with, but he's also really going along with it. Eggwick cheats, right? Clearly. He hacks fun. Yeah. Oh, yeah. They are. So he knows he's a cheater, right? If I ever use cheats, even for research reasons, which I will never use, just based on adult principle, and I don't want to get any bad habits and start going backwards in my skill set. Geez, I've spent too long getting good. The time I took off for the Twitch break, yeah, that was too long to start with. That was 7 weeks, and my skills went back a long way. I'm only just getting back up there now. Platinum level, without playing against cheaters' skills. This is, I think, Eggwick is getting something out of this. I know GamerDoc is. Next video, it'll explain a lot more. It's actually him getting into these communities. Come on. Think about that. Just think about it.
Yeah, it's only 4 months, not permanently.
Yeah, what's a common
Yes, it is
like
permanent.
weapon for people who cheat? Is it just a Vandal or Guardian?
It's Vandal and Guardian. Sometimes Sheriff, just guns you can one-tap with.
Wait, so is it like a big thing in your circle? Do your friends know that you cheat, or do all of your friends cheat? Like how does that work in terms of playing with others?
I don't know anyone in real life that cheats. I'm pretty much the only one.
But they like your IRL friends don't know as well.
Yeah.
Oh right, yeah. I was
said
watching like
yeah,
a cheating
because
vid a while
he wants
back,
to make
right?
he's not a
And
good
do you
player.
know how like the aimbot
Precisely.
accounts for bullet spread? Because there's a dude like hitting shots mid-air, right? And that's supposed to be like technically a random thing.
Oh yeah,
See, more misdirection and absolute horse crap. I get mid-air shots every day on people. You've seen it. That's Eggwick trying to... I don't know what he's trying to do. I think he's run out of stuff to ask. He's making shit up just to make the video get to 20 minutes. That's literally what it looks like. Look, the rest is pretty crap, guys. If you want to watch it, pop over to Eggwick's channel. It is called The Truth Behind Cheaters in Valorant. I interviewed them in brackets. Okay? Good entertainment. Not much context. Hacker, self-serving, self-selling, self-promoting, lying out the wazoo. Still a hacker, still a coder, and still making money off little kids on the internet. Sociopath. Yeah? Psychopath, sociopath, one of the above. Obviously have to talk to him a bit more to get a good understanding of his condition, to say nicely. Anyway, guys, look, I wanted you to watch this first because I want to take excerpts out of this after I've rendered it and put it up, so you guys can then, once I do the actual hacking video, you get to see all of this in context finally with everything else that I've got to show you, which is going to shock your socks off. And if you're currently cheating and you think it's not that bad, please, I ask you for your own sake, your own future, and I mean that, your own actual future. This is a digital society we're in now. This will catch up with you. I swear to you. Watch the video in full. Listen, learn, and just watch it. It's your future on the line, not mine. I don't cheat. I will never cheat, and I don't care if I'm never the best. I just don't care. And I have fun. I play computer games for fun. Not to be the best. I don't need to compete with people in life. I've already done that, and I have my career, and I'm good. I'm set to go. You don't need to be heavily competitive in computer games to start with. Secondly, watch it so you can learn the truth about what's happening to your parents' credit cards and the money that goes off them and the additional money that gets quietly stolen off them after that. That will come back on you in time. That is karma. Karma gets us all. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you've got some good takeaways from this one. The next video is going to be the very, very heavy, serious one. But I wanted you guys to get an understanding of how the hackers think, how they treat people, how they behave. They're in business, and they're not going to give up anytime soon until we stop them. Thank you so much for watching. And as usual, as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out. Cheers.